Hi everyone, Janie here. Welcome back to my garden. It is such a beautiful day today. I know I am starting every video saying what a beautiful day it is, but it really has been such gorgeous weather. Not too hot, not cold, just absolutely amazing, and the garden is loving it. So what my plan for today, I have been on a planting spree. I have been planting so many plants every single day, and I need to take a little bit of a pause right now, and I need to start caring for those plants. And I have been along the way, but I just wanted to feature it on the channel so that you all saw that you can't, or it's a smart idea that once you plant your plants, to get the most out of them is to make sure you take care of them mainly with fertilizer. That's the main thing that I always like to tell people, is fertilizer is key. These plants that I'm planting are bred to bloom like crazy, but to be able to do that, they need the food, they need the sustenance to keep going. And so what I need to do as a steward of these plants is I need to make sure I give them enough fertilizer. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to go through and I'm going to fertilize my plants. I usually fertilize about once a week, but honestly, I probably should do a little bit more than that. I probably should do twice a week, but I just can't. I can't find the time to do it. It's just, that's a lot. Fertilizing twice a week is a lot. So I fertilize once a week with a water-soluble fertilizer from Proven Winners. And then anytime I plant anything, I always use a slow-release fertilizer just for that extra little oomph whenever we water our plants. The other thing that I always want to check is I always want to check if I ever see signs of budworms. We definitely get budworms here where I live. And budworms are little worms. If you see the white butterflies flying around, they will lay their eggs on petunias and verbenas and geraniums and, you know, like broccoli and cabbage and stuff like that as well. And once those eggs hatch, you'll see these green little worms, and those worms will start eating your flowers and the foliage. And it's like, it can decimate a plant in a very short period of time. So it's just really important to watch for it. I'm gonna like consciously take a good look today and see if I can see any signs of budworms, but knock on wood, I haven't seen any signs yet this year, but I definitely want to look for it today. Then the other thing that I'm going to do today is just go around and do a little bit of weeding. We've been really on top of weeding. It's been really good, but there are still some, like, I mean, how wonderful this is. Can you see this right here? This is a sweet alyssum weed. I think I might just leave that there because it's so pretty, but there's other little weeds all around here. So this is just going to be like a maintenance day, just kind of caring for the garden, making sure that I'm staying on top of everything. Oh, here we go. Here's a weed right there that I got to pull. So just little things like that, you know, that, oh gosh. Oh, how unsatisfying. Oh my God. All right, I'm going to have to come in with a shovel for that one. Okay, let me pull a weed so that we're not left with that unsatisfying weed pull. There we go. That's better. That soothes my soul. So before I get started, let me give you all a little peek at what the garden is looking like at the beginning of May. First of all, I have my lemon coral sedum, which is looking beautiful, but it is blooming these yellow flowers. And these are not my favorite. I don't like these, but if you look underneath it, it has the chartreuse foliage. And you can come in with just a weed whacker and cut them back, or you can just let them do their thing. So I had somebody email me and ask me why their lemon coral sedum was looking so yellow. And it's because just this time of year, this is when they look like this, and then the blooms will stop and it'll go back to the normal lemon coral sedum. But it is still looking really pretty. Here's my Romantica ball gown rose that is absolutely going crazy, and it is just looking so gorgeous, and I'm so inspired with roses after the rose tour I went to with Linda. I posted that video yesterday, I think, if you guys see this. And I have another tour next week of her neighbor, Charlotte, which you guys will see. And it is so inspiring. I love seeing it. You can see my Kniphofia. Now, it's so funny. I thought this Kniphofia was Orange Blaze, but this is Hot and Cold Kniphofia right here. I thought I planted Orange Blaze, but now I'm thinking back and I think they didn't have Orange Blaze. So I just took Hot and Cold Kniphofia, which is very beautiful as well. And then the big thing is, look at my iceberg roses. Are they not just stunning? I mean, they're so beautiful. So for those of you who don't know, I used to kind of look down on iceberg roses a little bit and think like, oh, I'm not planting iceberg roses in my garden. They're like a parking lot plant. Everybody has them. You know, I want to have the fancy David Austin roses or something like that. But you cannot beat iceberg roses. This is incredible. There are 3 iceberg rose bushes here. They're so beautiful, and they're going to bloom like this for so long throughout the season. And they're so carefree, and I mean, you just can't beat these. They're just so beautiful. So once I got over my prejudice for iceberg roses, I really started enjoying them, and I'm going to add more. I think I'm going to add more of them because I just love them so much. Then you can see this area over here. I have my pink cashmere Superbina that's filling in. I have the blushing princess Sweet Alyssum that's gorgeous. And then my plain the blue salvia is really starting to grow, and that's probably going to double in height right there, which is just going to be just an absolute stunner. So everything is just waking up and looking so good, and I couldn't be happier. My lavender river is coming along. I still haven't planted anything alongside my lavender river. I keep going back and forth on what I want to plant, and I got to decide soon. I have to decide soon because I want something along this lavender river. My cardoons are starting to create the bloom stalks right here, and eventually they're going to bloom that gorgeous like fluorescent purple color that is so beautiful, very similar to an artichoke, but you can see they're a little bit smaller and they're just looking so good. And then this garden bed right here with my new Sunfinity sunflowers, look at, I mean, it's just gorgeous. It's just so beautiful. I could just show off everything and just do a garden tour every single day in the month of May because everything is looking beautiful. Now this area right here, I need a little bit, it's funny to say this, I need more color. I just need a little bit more color over here. I have the Supertunia Mini Vista Yellow, which is a very pretty color, but it's kind of getting lost in my really saturated colors that I have here in my garden. This is a much lighter, softer yellow, and I need something a little bit stronger to counteract that. So I think I'm going to be planting stuff over here. Not today. I'm not going to do it today, but it is definitely something I need to do. And then I've had a whole bunch of people ask me about the 3 topiaries I planted. They're still there. They're definitely getting moved. I'm going to leave this one right here. So I planted these 3 and I decided I didn't like them there. I'm going to move this one, I'm going to move this one, and I'm going to keep this one right here. And I think that that will be absolutely perfect. Just to have that one bright Papa Chartreuse right there with that cypress. So anyway, the garden is looking beautiful all around. The gazebo is starting to fill in and look really good. These are all soft purples and whites. And then of course we have the front, we have the zigzag planter with the tiara pink Supertunias. Look at how gorgeous this looks. Isn't this amazing? It's just so beautiful. And then my hanging baskets are, I mean, I keep looking at them thinking, oh my gosh, do I need to cut those back already? Because everything's just going crazy this year. It's a really good gardening year. I'm gonna go get my fertilizer and I'm gonna start on that because that's definitely a priority. These plants need food to thrive and to keep blooming as well as they're blooming right now. So I'm gonna get started with that. All right, so I got my supplies for today in my Gorilla cart. So I don't need too much today, which is nice. All I need is my pop-up bag. This guy's from Fiskars, and I'm going to use that for my weeding along with my tools. I have my Hodag tool. I showed you guys that in a video earlier this week. It's just a really useful tool for like those weeds that I was just trying to pull over there that are just super stubborn. Then I also have this one from DeWitt. It's just a little bit smaller version of that. Then I have my Hori knife that Jason got me for Christmas. I love this thing. My pink pruners. These are actually from Hoselink. I love that they're pink. And then my trowel. I have my kneeling pad from Garden Answer, and then I have my fertilizer from Proven Winners. This is empty, but I just brought it out to show you all. This is the water-soluble fertilizer that I use on all of my annuals. So I use the slow-release fertilizer in every planting hole, just as like a backup and for a little bit extra fertilizer because we water so much here. And then this is what I use once a week, if not maybe twice a week, just to keep everything blooming really well. And this stuff is gold. This stuff is is amazing. You can get it off Amazon for pretty cheap. It's pretty easy to find nowadays. It used to be really hard to find, but you can definitely get that off Amazon, if not at your local garden center. And then I just use a hose end sprayer like this. Now this one is from Miracle-Gro. I also have another one called Ortho Dial-In Spray. That one's great too. The reason why the Ortho Dial-In Spray is great is you can change the concentration that the amount of the concentrate goes into the water. And so we like to use that one for if we're doing like weed spray or BT or something that is a little bit different than a 1-to-1, which is what this one is. This is like, I think it's like 1 tablespoon per gallon or something like that. Where is it? Yeah, it's 1 tablespoon per gallon. See right there. And so I looked it up, and this Miracle-Gro hose end sprayer that you can get at like a big box store for very, very cheap, this does that concentrate. So it makes it super, super easy for me. I don't even have to think about it. And then I put on one of these hoselink quick connects. We put them on all of our hose end sprayers, so it makes it so easy to connect them to our hose links that have the quick connect already on them. And so I'll connect it onto like that hose link over there. I'll do all the fertilizing that I need to do around this area. And then when I need to move over to another hose link over there, it's super easy to disconnect it and reconnect it very, very quickly. So it just makes this chore a little bit easier to do without having to like screw and unscrew and all that kind of stuff. Ooh, look at the bee. How cute. Oh, I love it. So anyway, the other thing that I wanted to say was how I fertilize. You all are going to see this. But basically, I don't worry about going under the foliage. I live in California. We are very hot and we are very dry, and I don't have to worry about powdery mildew or getting the foliage wet or anything like that. And this type of fertilizer is also a foliar fertilizer. So it can be absorbed through the leaves as well as through the ground. So a lot of people will actually go underneath the foliage of their plants and fertilize it underneath just to skip spraying the leaves to make sure that there's no diseases or funguses that develop once you spray it. But I don't have to worry about that because it's going to dry in 0.2 seconds basically because we're so dry and we're so hot here. So what I do, you'll see, is I just do an overall spray of all of my annuals and not even worry about it. And to me, that just makes it so much easier and it's not an issue. Now, if you live in a more humid environment, you might want to do the thing where you actually bend down and you get down right underneath there and completely skip the foliage, especially if you have an issue with powdery mildew. So just something to think about when you see me fertilize, and that is just the way I do it, and it works perfectly well. And I almost think that the plants appreciate a little bit of water just to spray off the dust or anything that has accumulated. All right, so let's get to fertilizing. What are you doing? What are you doing? What did you find? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Naughty dog. No. Naughty. Oh my gosh, you guys. Look at what he did. He never does this. Ah. My penstemon. You naughty dog. I am so mad at you. Go. Go. Out. I am so mad at you right now. Oh my gosh. I am so mad at this dog right now. I cannot believe you did that right in front of me. Ah! So I did see him kind of messing around over here, but I thought he was just chasing a lizard. I mean, that's probably what he was doing. But he decimated these poor plants. So this pipe was here. It used to, the people who lived here before would put pipes in so that they could water their fruit trees way deep. And they're so deep in that I just cut it off. I'm so sad. Everybody says, doesn't Monty just dig up all your plants? And I always say, no, he doesn't do that. Monty doesn't do that. Oh my God. Oh, he's in the doghouse. You're in the doghouse? You are in trouble. Just wait till I tell Jason. Jason's not going to do anything, but I'm going to say that anyway. Just wait till I tell Jason. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to calm down right now. It's okay. It's just plants. I tried to clean it up best I could. I am a complete muddy mess right now, just trying to fix everything. He did this in like 30 seconds. Like not even. It's like I turned my head for 1 second and he just decimated this whole area. So this is Pink Pearl's penstemon. You can see a big, beautiful grouping over here. And then it looks like he got 2 plants over in this area right here where he was digging. And then he did smash this one. I don't know if it's going to come back, but we'll see. And then he did smash this banana cream 2 Shasta Daisy as well. Wow. Wow. I don't know what his deal is today. He's never done that. So we'll see how it goes. What a little booger. I'm trying not to be mad at him because he's just a dog, but what a little booger. But look at can you guys see all the pollinators that are all over these plants? My goodness. It is quite the ecosystem right here. So, all right. Well, this video was meant to be calming and relaxing, and I was just going to fertilize and I was going to weed. I did pretty good with the weeding. I got almost a bag full, and then I started moving on with this poor thing. But wow, Monty, just wait till I tell Jason. Well, okay, so that's that. all around a pretty good morning in the garden. I got fertilizing done and I got a bunch of weeding done. And Monty thinned out some of my plants for me that maybe he was telling me they were a little too close to the iceberg roses and they needed some breathing room. Maybe. Let's say that. So anyway, I'm gonna go take a break and try and calm down a little bit. I hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope you all have a chance to get in your garden today and watch out for your dogs.